The Earth's inner layers are made up of solid rock, liquid magma, outer core, and an inner core. The magma is hot, very hot, around 4,000 degrees Celsius, which is about 7,200 degrees Fahrenheit. If it got out, it would destroy everything. Thankfully, it's trapped where it belongs thanks to the incredibly high pressure around it. But what if that pressure suddenly dropped? What if there was a huge hole for the magma to escape through? Well, let's talk about that, because today we're going to look at 3 hidden under the ocean supervolcanoes that could end the world. So let's begin. Yellowstone National Park is known for its beauty. It has canyons, rivers, lakes, geysers, and most importantly, it has supervolcanoes. It is home to the largest active volcano in the United States. And while many know about it, few know that Yellowstone isn't just one volcano. It's actually 3. They are all located in the same area, making it one of the most dangerous places on Earth. There's the Norris Geyser Basin, the main Yellowstone caldera, and the Lava Creek Tuff. All 3 have already caused mass extinction events. Scientists believe the 3 volcanoes have been active since the Pleistocene epoch, which started around 2.5 million years ago. That's a long time to be erupting. In fact, it's estimated that in the last 1.3 million years, Yellowstone has erupted 24 times. Needless to say, the park has seen better days. Over 90% of the land has been destroyed by volcanic activity. The current Yellowstone caldera formed 640,000 years ago when the magma chamber below the Earth's crust ruptured, causing massive explosions. Magma spilled out and ash blanketed the entire Rocky Mountain region. Lava flows were so extensive that scientists believe they reached all the way to the Gulf of Mexico. It released about 2,500 cubic kilometers of ash, mud flows and lava, which is about 600 cubic miles. It also created a lake of molten rock that covered about 4,700 square kilometers, which is about 1,800 square miles. This event is considered one of the largest in history. It's been nicknamed the Great Eruption. Fortunately, it happened before humans existed, so we weren't affected, but the animals didn't fare so well. Many died from injuries sustained from falling debris, or they drowned in the lake. An estimated 35 to 50% of all species in the greater Yellowstone ecosystem went extinct. Now, this was a supervolcanic eruption, but scientists disagree on what defines one. Most agree it's when an eruption blasts between 1,000 and 10,000 cubic kilometers of material. Others say it's more than 10,000 cubic kilometers. Either way, Yellowstone fits the bill. Its most recent eruption was much smaller than the Great Eruption, but it still had a big impact. It occurred around 640,000 years ago and released about 100 cubic kilometers of material, which is about 24 cubic miles. It may not sound like much, but it was enough to cover the entire park in 6 inches of ash. Plus, the explosion created the largest hotspot in North America. Since then, the park has remained mostly dormant. Its next eruption will likely be its most violent yet, and we don't know when it will occur. Scientists have tried to predict when it might blow again. Some say it happens every 600,000 years, others say every 800,000 years. The next prediction is even higher, saying it won't blow again for 2 million years. It's hard to say which one is correct. It all depends on how you analyze the data. But one thing scientists agree on is that when it blows, it will cause mass extinction. Not only will the Rocky Mountain region be devastated, the entire planet will suffer. Ash will blanket North America, plants will die, global temperatures will plummet, and the food supply will collapse. There will be famine, war, death, and destruction everywhere. Humanity will be wiped out in a matter of weeks. So, if Yellowstone does erupt, we'd better hope we don't exist anymore. If you enjoyed this video so far, please give us a thumbs up. It really helps us grow. And consider subscribing to see more videos like this one. Oceanographers recently discovered something terrifying near the Mariana Islands. It's one of the largest magma chambers ever found beneath the ocean. It's also one of the reasons why the islands exist. There are over 500 islands in the archipelago. They form an arc along the western Pacific and sit about 1,500 miles east of the Philippines. They belong to the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands. In total, They cover an area of about 460 square kilometers, which is about 177 square miles. They are a U.S. territory. Geologists recently studied the islands and found that there is a large magma chamber located about 200 kilometers underneath them. It's roughly the size of Connecticut and Rhode Island combined. Plus, it's growing. According to their findings, the magma chamber is connected to the nearby Mariana Trench. The trench was created due to tectonic plate movement. The Pacific plate is sliding underneath the Philippine Sea plate. As it does, friction causes the rock to melt. That creates magma, which is pushed upwards towards the weaker rock above it. When the pressure becomes too great, it erupts. Hot magma spills out of the weak areas and forms new land, in this case the Mariana Islands. While the islands are beautiful, they are very dangerous. One day the magma chamber will run out of room and explode. It will be one of the largest volcanic eruptions in history. Ash and debris will cover thousands of square miles. The nearby ocean will boil, killing all sea life. Earthquakes and tsunamis will ravage the region, and the entire planet will suffer. We don't know when this will happen, but we know it will happen. We just don't know when. So if we do live through Yellowstone blowing up, we'd better hope we don't get sucked into a massive underwater volcano exploding. There is a place in the Indian Ocean where three tectonic plates meet. They are the Arabian Plate, the Eurasian Plate, and the Indian Plate. Where they meet is called the Danakil Depression. It's a triple junction, and it sits in between Eritrea, Ethiopia, and Yemen. At the junction, the Arabian Plate is moving northeast at about 1.5 centimeters per year. Meanwhile, the African Plate is moving south at about 2.5 centimeters per year. Then the Indian Plate is moving southeast at about 1.5 centimeters per year. Because the plates are moving in different directions, it's caused the crust to become weak. Any magma that rises through will have an easy path to the surface, and there's plenty of magma to go around. Beneath the depression is a plume that stretches almost 500 kilometers, which is about 310 miles, and it's constantly producing magma. In fact, scientists think the entire Danakil Depression is built upon magma. It formed about 20 million years ago, after a mantle plume began pushing up. The magma melted the surrounding rock and created the depression. Then it cooled and hardened, creating mountains and plateaus. Over the years, the Danakil Depression has become a highly active volcanic region. There are over 40 volcanic centers. Most of them are inactive. A few remain active. In fact, in 2020, the Eruption volcano erupted. It sent lava and ash high into the sky and forced nearby villages to evacuate. What makes the region so dangerous is that we don't know when the volcanoes will blow. Their eruptions are unpredictable, plus no one's really monitoring them. They are remote and difficult to access. If one of them were to erupt, the effects would be devastating. Ash would cover much of the Arabian Peninsula and India. Pyroclastic flows and lava would destroy everything in their path. Earthquakes and tsunamis would follow. It would be catastrophic. The entire region would be uninhabitable for years. Crops would fail. People would starve. Animals would die. There would be chaos everywhere. Even the rest of the world would suffer. Volcanic ash would block sunlight and cause global cooling. It would also disrupt air travel and cause widespread crop failure. Basically, the whole world would feel the effects. Just imagine losing your house to a volcanic eruption and then finding out the sun isn't going to shine tomorrow. These are just 3 of the many volcanoes hiding beneath the ocean. There are many more that could erupt and devastate the world. We've barely scratched the surface. Who knows what's lurking beneath the waves? Perhaps one day we'll find a supervolcano that could wipe out life as we know it. Or maybe we'll find nothing. Either way, we can't be too careful. We should continue to monitor these volcanoes and be prepared for anything. After all, it's better to be safe than sorry. Thanks for watching. What do you think? Leave a comment below. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And if you haven't already, please subscribe.